Hi artists! Alright, so hopefully you had a chance to enjoy the read aloud of Mouse Paint. I think it's such a cute story that explains the basics of color mixing, where the three mice start out with the three primary colors and then they end up dancing in the puddles of the paint and they ended up mixing those secondary colors. Super cute book. I'm going to show you guys how to illustrate some mice and then we're going to practice mixing colors ourselves. Okay, so I'm going to turn around my camera so you guys can see a little bit better. And it's a little bit easier for me to draw that way as well. So hopefully we have our sketchbooks handy and we are ready to draw. Of course, it's good if you guys have a pencil and you draw first in pencil and then trace over it in Sharpie. I do think this would be really great if you happen to have any of these watercolors. If you have watercolors like this, awesome. You can use this for the project. When you use watercolor, obviously you're going to need a cup of water, you're going to need a paintbrush, and you're going to need a piece of paper towel to blot or paintbrush in too much water. And then I actually do my color mixing on a ceramic plate because you could wash it right off under the sink. Okay. Let's get to drawing some mice. Remember the story, it starts out with three mice because there's three primary colors. I'm going to draw mine in a Sharpie. You guys, of course, draw it in pencil. That way if you make mistakes, that's fine. You can go and erase it. I've even had some students where they are going to draw theirs with black oil pastel. That would be really beautiful too because then when you paint, the water color avoids your drawing. Okay, so let's start out with the first fabulous little mouse. And you guys can add any details you want. I always start out this way, two eyes. 1, 2. And you determine how big or small you want your mice to be. And around those two eyes, I'm going to draw circles, 2 circles around the eyes. A little lower is going to be my mouse's nose, and you can decide to fill it in or not. I always leave a little highlight on the nose too, leaving it a little white. And now we have to make the mouse's head. So from the nose all the way around, and this mouse needs to hear that cat come in, and I always love to give mice extra big ears like this. 2 loops for ears. They don't need to be perfect. And this mouse, I'm going to give her eyelashes. You don't have to. Okay, and then to do the body of the mouse, the easiest way to do it is a vertical line like this, arched line down, and then close it up. Of course, these mice have to have cute little tails like that. You could decide if it's going to be curvy or straight. And then they need those sweet little feet to mix up the colors. Easy peasy. We have to draw 2 more. Okay, so this next mouse, I'm going to make a little bit bigger. Fill in the eye. Okay, beautiful. It's okay if the mouse run into each other, if they overlap. We'll kind of get there, I'm sure. And then give them in the nose. Okay, connect it all. Ears. I'm going to do a little divot in the ear. Change it up a bit. A couple hairs. Maybe some eyebrows. And let's have this guy vertical line, round line, and then connect it. Let's make this tail something like that. Why not? You guys can make the tail any way you guys want to make the tail. Totally fine. You are the artist. I'm just showing you guys how to get it going. And then let's do our third little mouse up here. Start out 2 eyes once again. Circles around the eyes. Cute little nose. And then connect it all. Starting at the nose. Boop. And maybe his ears won't be so big because I'm definitely running out of some room. And we'll have See how this guy's going a little bit behind this mouse, and that's okay. We'll have his tail curling this way. And one more detail I totally forgot because I'm just thinking too fast. These mice need some whiskers. If you want to give your mouse a scarf, a bow, whatever, guys. Hey, these are so cute. So if you want to add any accessories to your mice, you go ahead. I'm going to keep this pretty basic right now just so you don't have to watch a very long video. But hopefully you guys can see. Oh, my hair is dangling in front of the video. Okay. So hopefully you can see we have these three fabulously cute mice. Now remember, primary colors, we're going to have a blue, a yellow, and a red. I'm going to get my paints and I'll demonstrate painting, and then I'll also demonstrate using color pencils because I'm fairly certain not everybody has paint at home. So let's start out with our yellow, and let's have this cute little mouse make a green. So if you're going to create a green, he's starting out with the primary color of yellow, and then with just a little bit of blue, just a teeny dip. We can mix our blue in there and create this green. Don't cheat. I know you guys have green on your palette there. Don't cheat. I want to see you guys mix the colors, please. Okay, how about this guy? We are going to try doing, let's try a orange. So I'm going to start out with that yellow again. I always like to start out with yellow because it's kind of one of those colors that's a little on the weak side, meaning you only need a little bit of something else to change it. So I'm dipping my brush into the water. I'm putting some yellow. I can even put it up on his feet. And then to get some of the orange, I have orange. Don't do it. Don't cheat. Let's practice mixing our colors. And I'm going to take a little bit of red and mix it on top of my yellow. And it creates this awesome orange. I love it. It looks so good. And my last one is going to be violet. So let's start out with our blue. Try not to paint this sweet little mouse below him. And if you guys, you can see, you can mess around with your paints for sure. If you add more water, if you add more paint. And now my next color is going to be red. Let's get a little more water in there. And don't cheat again. I know you have purple on your palette. I want you guys to practice mixing your colors. You can mix your colors on your ceramic plate as well if you would like to do that. Oh my gosh, it's so cool, isn't this? Now that's one way you guys can do it with, oh no, he gets paint up here too. Oh. Now, that's one way to do it with your watercolor. Remember, if you guys don't have watercolor at home, that's okay too. I'm going to show you guys how to do it with regular colors. First, I'm going to start out down here. We're going to do a little bit of yellow color pencil. And then I'm going to put some blue on top, and hopefully it'll give us a little bit of a green. And it's going to not be as dramatic as the paints, but that's okay. Practice it anyway. No big deal. All right, same thing with this. We're going to start out with our yellow. And then I'm going to layer some red on top. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of an orange. I'm not going to push down super hard with my colors. I just want to kind of scratch the surface of the paper and layer my colors together. And then up here, sometimes it's really hard to get my blue and my reds to work together with color mixing with color pencil, but that's okay. Do it anyway. Practice makes perfect, and it's also just good idea to give it a try. Why not? Okay. Super cool, guys. So if you have those paints, try it out. If you don't, that's okay. You guys can, of course, go ahead and use your color pencils. I'm actually going to test and see if markers would work too. I'm going to try washable marker where I do a little bit of that yellow. And then we're going to put some red on top and see what happens. Why not? And then I'm going to add water because that's the beauty of the washable marker. Oh, I'm making orange here. And then, if you wanted to, you can add water to it and mix it up. Hey, pretty cool, huh? Let's see if I can make a green the same way. Let me get my yellow. Make sure it's yellow. That looked kind of like a dingy yellow, some sort of. Let's try that yellow, and then I'm going to put a little blue on top. You guys think it'll work? I don't know. Let's see. It might be icky. So, you guys can mix it. Oh, it kind of makes a green, a really beautiful green. So markers and water would work too. I think that's such a cool experiment, guys. Let's try it out. Let's see how it works for you. So a little red, and then let's try putting our blue on top. And then a little water. Activate our colors. Let's see if it works for us. Oh my gosh, I love this. So cool. So do some experimenting with your beautiful mouse paint drawings. Mix up paints, mix up markers, mix up color pencils, and share with me what you've created on Seesaw. Remember, don't cheat. Don't use your secondary colors, even though I know you have them. Don't use them. I wanted you guys to practice the act of mixing those colors.